Well, hi there again, everybody. Welcome to Yankee Stadium here for another game with the Baseball Replay Journal. We have the Philadelphia Athletics at the New York Yankees, and off we go. The Yankees here have a record of 4-4. The Athletics are at 5-2. I apologize. The Athletics are at 4-4. Elmer Valo takes a ball there. Another ball, 2-0. The count on him. Yankees playing well. The Athletics not playing as well as they could, as Valo gets a base hit there to a right center field. Fielded calmly there by Mapes, and you have a runner on base already. Allie Reynolds with the start today, and he pitched 2 days ago. The computer manager had him in for looks like about 12 pitches or so as he gets up on Eddie Juice now, 0-2. That would have happened in real life, starting a guy and then pitching him in relief after a couple days, but it kind of makes the starting pitcher decision a little bit tricky for me. Juice fouls one off, is still 0-2, 1-2 on him now. 2-2 now as that one misses inside. And Juice lays off a curveball, 3-2. And this is what I was worried about with Reynolds having to start him after pitching just a couple days ago. And he walks Juiced, and now they got runners on first and second for the Athletics here in the early going. Not looking so good for the Yanks. Sam Chapman comes in, takes a ball. And there's a strike. Both runners on the move. We're going to throw to third base, see if we can get Valo. And now he steals the base, his first stolen base of the year. Boy, that's kind of a surprising decision here by the computer manager in the early going, showing how much the computer at least wants to get this first run in. I'm not certain exactly how many times this would happen in real life. We could look up the number of third base steals that we had in real life over on Baseball Reference in 1949. My guess is that there's not a whole ton of them, though. And we're going to go ahead and move on forward here and see what else Sam Chapman's going to do for us. Now, this is a tricky situation for us with nobody out at all. I mean, you can play for the double play. Luckily for the Yankees, when I'm managing here, Ferris Fain is having a pretty on-deck hitter, is having an awful time of it so far this year, which is making me think that we may want to walk Sam, and I think we're going to do that. We walk Sam Chapman now intentionally. That'll set up a double play. We'll pitch to Ferris Fain. We'll bring the infield in, and we'll probably in on the corners, and we'll try to get a double play here out of this. This is pretty... There we go. This is a pretty surprising start to this game. I wasn't expecting this early to have to make this type of decision. Ferris Fain now comes up, and the first pitch by Allie Reynolds is in the dirt, which is the last thing you want to do in this situation. Luckily, Yogi Berra is able to stop that. You don't want to throw the ball in the dirt with the bases loaded. 2-0 now as that one misses high. Reynolds is all over the place. Fain swings and fouls that one off. 2-1 now the pitch on him, and there's the ground ball to to shortstop. Rizzuto grabs it over to Coleman and to Tommy Henrik for the double play, but a run scores, and just like that, it's 1-0 Athletics. And that one is grounded over to Reynolds, and he makes the play at first base. And here come the Yankees. Phil Rizzuto to lead this one off. He lays off a ball, 1-0 on him. 1-1 now the pitch, and it's 1-2 here on the scooter, and he fouls one back. And gets a little broken bat roller down to the right side. Kellner's on that, throws over to Fain for the first out. Kellner having a pretty good season so far here. I mean, it's late April, but he is 1-0 so far. Henrik is able to get that one over and up to Moses in right field, who makes short work of it, and that's 2 away. Here comes Cliff Mapes. If you're new with us, Cliff Mapes is one of the blog and the YouTube channel heroes that we have. Mapes, 3 home runs on the year so far, playing in place of Joe DiMaggio and playing very, very well for us in this replay. 2-2 now the count on Cliff. Now it's a full count on him, and that one's in tight. Mapes gets the walk and is the first base runner for the Yankees here in the early going. 1-0 Athletics here, bottom of the first inning. Gene Woodling up now. 2-0 now the count on Woodling. And move to first. Mapes is not going anywhere. Ball 3 now on Gene. We're going to have him take this pitch. And Woodling looks at ball 4, walks on 4 straight pitches, and that brings up Jerry Coleman. 2 outs now for Jerry Coleman, runners on first and second. And that one's ripped down to the left field line. And Woodling goes over to third base as Cliff Mapes scores the first run of the ball game. I told you Cliff Mapes was a big star here on this channel. You didn't believe me. We're probably not going to keep playing him in center field once Jolton Joe is back, but you better believe that he's going to still be in this lineup. He's a good player. Jerry Coleman there getting the base hit, getting the RBI to put this the score of this game at 1-1. And with 2 outs, we'll have Yogi Berra up here at the plate swinging away. 0-1 on Yogi. He hits a high fly over to Moses, nothing doing, and that's the end of that half inning. Now we have Hank Majeski in here for Philadelphia here. at the top of the second inning. And if you were new here to the channel, you should know that this is how we play it here in the Baseball Replay Journal. We play it quickly. That's a little pop fly by Majewski over to Rizzuto for the first out. Little pop up to short. Next is Nellie Fox. He hits a ground ball over to short. Rizzuto, who makes the play. Nellie Fox getting a sort of rare start here. And Joe Astroth is up next. He has a 2-1 count on him. And Reynolds misses there, and it's a 3-1 pitch now to Astroth, and that is up high, ball 4. And I'm looking at Allie Reynolds thinking 3 walks and less than 2 innings, 1 2/3 innings is not good. 2-0 now on the pitcher, and he pops him up over to Jerry Coleman. That is the third out of the inning, and here come the Yankees in the bottom of the second. Hank Bauer up there now, 0-1 the count on him. He takes a fastball for a ball, 1-1. Bauer now, and that's 2-1. Bauer hitting low in the order because he hasn't been hitting much this season, though he had a good game just the other day. 2-2 now the pitch on Bauer. Little ground ball to Juice to short, and there's one away. Here is Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown hitting absolutely nothing so far this season. 2-0 the pitch on him, and that's in for a strike. 2-1 now. 3-1 now is the pitch on Brown. And Brown lays off that pitch and gets the walk from Kellner, who also has 3 walks here in the early going, and that's the way the 1949 is if you haven't played with it before. Allie Reynolds now takes a strike. We're going to bunt with him the second time. Not much of a bunter, though, and he misses that one. 0-2 now the pitch on Allie. 1-2 now the pitch on him. Gets a hold of that one, just a little bit of it. Still 1-2 is the count. And Astroth holds on to that one for a little bit, sort of a prayer is being said by him as he hopes that strike 3, but unfortunately for the Athletics, that is ball 2. 2-2, and Kellner gets him now on the outside corner. There's 2 away, and here comes the Scooter with runner on first. Fouls one back, 0-1. Curveball, sloppy one, and that's 1-1 now the pitch. And Scooter able to foul that one off, 1-2. Another fastball foul back, and swing and a miss. Scooter misses that one, and we go to the top of the third. 1-1 the score. Elmer Vallo up. Little ground ball over to Phil Rizzuto, and he makes the play, 1 away. Eddie Juice now lays off a pitch that's high and outside, and lays off another one. 2-0 now the count on Juice. That's fouled at the plate. 2-1 now the count on Eddie. 2-2 now the count on Eddie Juice, and that ball goes through Berra. Full count now on him. And strike 3, and Juiced is caught looking, and here comes Sam Chapman now with 2 outs. He takes a ball. 1-0 now the count on Chapman. 2-0 now the count on him. And there's a strike by Allie Reynolds, who looks like he's starting to get his composure, and he hits a little ball to shortstop, and Coleman takes care of him. We go to the bottom of the third inning now, and here's Tommy Henrich. Henrich has a 1-1 count on him after taking that strike. 1-2 as he swings and misses in that one. And Kellner misses with a pitch inside. 2-2 now the count. There's a little foul ball, and Henrich gets a new bat. And that one's hit over to Juice to short. And Juice throws over to Fain at first base and throws it over his head. Fain is able to catch it, but can't get his feet down in time. And Tommy Henrich has he's on first base as the air is charged to Eddie Juiced. Up comes Cliff Mapes now, and as I was saying, he's the star so far of the season for the Yankees, hitting a clean 393 in this season so far. We're going to swing away with him instead of doing the hit and run, although that leaves us open to the double play. And as you recall, the real-life 1949 Philadelphia Athletics at 217 double plays, the Major League record. 1-1 now the pitch on Mapes as he takes a strike. Throw to first, and we're not doing anything with Henrich. That's one of the reasons why we're not running him. 2-1 now the pitch on Cliff. And they're saying he went around on that one 2-2. Mapes fouls it back, and 2-2 still is the count. Mapes takes one low, and let's see if Kellner misses again. Nope. Instead, Mapes hits the little low changeup over to, that was to Fox, wasn't it? Fox with it to Juiced. 4-6-3 on the double play, and we have 2 outs. Now for Gene Woodling, nobody on base. Ball 1 to Woodling. And Woodling gets into 1 to center field, and it's really deep out there. Sam Chapman's back there for it, and we're up to the top of the 4th inning just like that. As I told you, it goes pretty quick on this channel. 2-0 the pitch to Fain, 3-0 now the pitch on him. And there's a strike taken by Fain, 3-1 now. And Reynolds loses him. 4th walk of the game so far for Reynolds. Runner on first base for Wally Moses. And Moses bunts him over to second. Interesting strategy. Fain now on second base with Hank Majewski up 1 out. Ball 1 comes into Hank, and he fouls one back, 1-1 the count. And Reynolds misses there with another one, 2-1, and now 2-2 on him as he pours in the strike. And there's a little ground ball to Phil Rizzuto, hit right in front of the runner, which holds Fain at second base. And here comes Nellie Fox with a runner on second base, but with 2 outs. And there's a strike 1 to him, and Reynolds misses, 1-1. Fox takes a fastball in the inside corner, 1-2 now. Reynolds with the advantage. There's one off the plate, 2-2. And it's a full count now again as Reynolds misses once again. Little ground ball to third base to Bobby Brown. And what does he do? He just up and drops it. And instead of 3 outs, we have runners on first and third as Nellie Fox is able to get aboard on the air. Bobby Brown, not exactly a horrible fielder there at third base, but didn't look so good on that play here, top of the 4th inning. And the Athletics have potentially something cooking now with runners on first and third with 2 outs and this 1-1 game. This is a pretty good ball game so far. Pitch to Astroth is fouled back, and there's another fastball in for a strike. And Reynolds hopefully will be looking strikeout here, 0-2. He misses with a pitch inside 1-2, and Astroth just fouls that one back. And there's another ball. That one gets away from Berra for a moment, but he's on top of it. No problem. 2-2 now the count. And Mapes makes an incredible catch on a fly ball to center field, and that does that for the top of the 4th inning. And here we go into the bottom of the 4th now. Jerry Coleman comes up. Coleman bails out of the way of that curveball, strike 1 on him. Now it's 1-1 is the count. 1-2 now, and there's a little ground ball to shortstop, and Juice makes the play quickly, and that's out number 1. Here comes Yogi Berra. There's a hanging break ball up, and Berra doesn't swing on it, and Kellner's happy that he doesn't. Berra fouls the next pitch off, 1-1, and now it's 1-2 as Berra gets a hold of another one foul, and he hits a soft ground ball over to Hank Majeski, and that's 2 away. Third base to first, and here comes Hank Bauer. This Yankee lineup, no matter how you set it up, his power everywhere you look. It's 2-0 now on Bauer, and 2-1 now on Bauer. Once Joe DiMaggio comes back from injury, which will take a couple of weeks, this Yankee lineup is going to be very, very fierce. And Bauer hits a little ground ball over to Juice to shortstop, and that is the 3rd out. Kellner now 1-0, the count on him, 1-1 now, top of the 5th inning, still 1-1 ball game. There's a little pop foul outside of third base, and Bobby Brown catches it this time, and there's the 1st out. Only 2 hits in this ballgame so far as Elmer Valo comes up. 1-1 the pitch on him. Boy, this has been a real quiet one, hasn't it? 2-1 now on Elmer. And that one's in close, ball 3. And there's the little ground ball to Bobby Brown at third base. Bobby Brown has 1 put out this inning and 1 assist as he actually makes the play this time. No pressure on him. That'll get his confidence back up. Now the pitch to Juice, 1-1 the count on him, 2-1 now. And there's a fastball up high, 3-1 now. And Reynolds makes the count full with a strike. And there's a little ground ball to Rizzuto at short, and he gets Juice to first. And just like that, we're at the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's Bobby Brown up with a chance to redeem himself after that error. The error didn't hurt the Yankees, 2-1 now the count on him. And he hits that one into the gap, but that gap there at Yankee Stadium is an airport, and Sam Chapman able to run it down. Allie Reynolds now takes the ball inside 1-0. Swings and misses on that one. 1-1 now the count. And there's strike 2 on him as he checks his swing. 1-2 is the pitch to him. Reynolds takes inside 2-2. That one's launched back to center field. I just told you there's the wrong place to hit it, and Sam Chapman's got that one for 2 outs now. Here's the scooter up 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. He grounds that one to Fox at third, 3 outs. Just like that, after 5 innings, it's 1-1. 1 hit for both teams in this game so far, and this is one of those games. And 2-0 now is the pitch to Sam Chapman, not the guy you want to get behind. 2-1 now is Reynolds able to find the plate, and there's the slider for a second strike, 2-2. And Chapman's fooled by that inside pitch, and he strikes out looking, and here comes Ferris Fain. Chopper, and Coleman's there to throw him out. 2 away now, just like that. And there's Wally Moses with 2 outs. 1-1 now the count on Moses. 2-1 now on him. Curveball's in there for a strike, 2-2. And that one misses outside. Full count now on him again. And Mapes is able to run that one out as that one's hit over to center field. There's a lot of room out there in center field, and everybody's going to center with it. And we're in the bottom of the 6th inning already, and this is a 1-1 ball game. And this is actually quite close, intense, and exciting. And here's Tommy Henrik. Tommy Henrik, known, of course, in this era for hitting those home runs to send everybody home at the end of the afternoon. A little bit of a ground ball there to Fain at first base, and he makes the play himself as Kellner's nowhere to be seen. And boy, spring training wasn't that long ago, boys. What's going on? And Cliff Mapes up now, and Mapes winds up with a base hit as that ball is tapped just to Kellner's left. His throw to first base is late, and that's what Cliff Mapes can do for you, and that's why he is a channel star. Here comes Gene Woodling now with a runner on first base. Mapes is very quick, and we're going to hit and run. Gene Woodling comes in. Mapes is off to the races. Woodling fouls that one off. We're going to hit and run again. Kellner comes to the plate. Little ground ball. Little ground ball there over to Fain at first, And his throw to second base to try to get Mapes, the runner, going, hits him in the back. And instead of a double play, they have to settle for the 1 out. And boy, that would have been a real unusual double play. How many times do you see that ground ball to first base with a hit and run going on where the first baseman is able to get the play at second? I mean, that would have had to have been a tag play probably for Juiced, but unfortunately the ball hits Mapes in the back. And just like that, the Yankees have a runner at second base now, but with 2 outs, bottom of the 6th inning. And Jerry Coleman hits one again to center field. That one's going nowhere, and we go to the top of the 7th, still 1-1. And the first pitch into Hank Majeski is a strike. Second pitch to him, and that one's a ground ball to Henrik at first, and Reynolds gets over this time for it, and there's one away. Now Nelly Fox fouls one off, 1-1 now the count on him, and it's 1-2 now on Fox, and he swings and fouls that fastball back, and he jumps away back from that one. Reynolds almost with 100 pitches so far, and there's a little fly ball to right field, and Bauer's got it 2 away, and there's Joe Astruth. Here's pitch 100, and that one misses. And the next one doesn't. A little ground ball to Coleman. He throws him out. I tell you, Allie Reynolds was not the guy I really wanted to start today, and he has not been pitching very well. He has about 100 pitches, about 50 of them for strikes is all, but it's still 1-1. Yankees with 2 hits and the Athletics with 1, and that's the only thing separating the teams right now is Berra has a 2-1 count on him, leading off the bottom of the 7th inning. And he hits that one over to Chapman in center field, 1 away, and here comes Hank Bauer. And it's a 1-0 count now on Hank, and there's 1-1 now on Bauer. And 1-2 now the pitch. You're probably wondering about these lineups. These are my lineups that I've created, largely dealing with how the players are doing and where I think they ought to play. We don't play with real-life lineups here because we take our replays into our own hands. 2-2 now the pitch on Hank. Little fly ball to down the left field line, and boy, Hank Bauer is taking advantage of the way the Yankee Stadium is set up. That 301 down the left field line sure is inviting to him, and he just sort of pops that one out of here for a home run, and it's 2-1 Yankees. I'm just going to take a little screenshot of that one so I can keep it for the blog and for posterity. As you may know from playing Diamond Mine Baseball, one of the problems with this game is that as good as the play-by-play is, you can't go back and see it again. Once you move on, you've moved on. 2-1 now Yankees. And just like that, one swing of the bat, and it's a brand new ball game. Bobby Brown now has a 3-0 count on him, and now he takes the walk from Kellner, and Alex Kellner now, you've got to be wondering how much longer he's going to stay in there. Allie Reynolds comes up now with Brown on first. I'm actually going to swing away with Reynolds, who's a very, very poor bunter. And there's that play on Brown on first base. I don't know what he's thinking. I'm not sending him anywhere. He's almost picked off, but luckily he's able to get back. 1-0 the count on him. And Reynolds gets a little ground ball to Nelly Fox at second base, who unfortunately is not able to make the play at second. Goes to feint at first for the out. Bobby Brown moves up to second base, and there are 2 outs here now. Bottom of the 7th inning, 2-1 Yankees. And Rizzuto gets a little ground ball again to Fox at second, and that does it for the inning. Into that inning, 1 run, 1 hit, the home run by Hank Bauer, and it is 2-1 Yankees going to the top of the 8th inning. And here's Alex Kellner, again, the pitcher, and he's going to stay in there. He hits a little fly ball over to Woodling in left field, and that's the first out of the inning. Interesting that they're keeping Kellner in there, though I guess it's interesting that I'm sticking with Allie Reynolds. 1-1 now the pitch to Vallo. Takes the ball. Elmer Vallo does 2-1 now. And there's a little blooper over to Woodling in left field. He's unable to get it. Has to play that one on the hop, and Vallo with a base hit with 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. And this is the sort of ball game where every hit really counts. There's a little pop-up over to a center field, and it's Jerry Coleman racing backwards to make that play. Mapes must have been playing Eddie Juiced a little bit deep, and there are 2 outs now for Sam Chapman. And Reynolds comes into him, almost hits him, just misses. 1-0 now the pitch, and there's a ground ball to Bobby Brown, and he makes the play. And that little bloop single does nothing for Philadelphia, and here come the Yankees in the bottom of the 8th inning. And it is Tommy Henrik to start it off. 1-1 now the pitch on Tommy, and that one is in there for a strike. 1-2 now on him, and there's a ball. 2-2. And there's one inside, and there's a full count now on Tommy. We see a lot of full counts here, and I don't think you saw as many in real life as Henrik fouls that one off. One of my complaints about Diamond Mine Baseball, Kellner ends up losing Tommy, and there's a walk for Tommy Henrik with no outs here in the bottom, that is, of the 8th inning. And here he is again, Cliff Mapes hitting 400 on the season. We're going to just swing away. We're not bunting with him. He's a good bunter, but we're not going to do that here. 1-0 now the count on him. Now it's 2-0. Mapes ahead 2-1 now in the count. There's a little chopper over to short. And Majeski goes deep into the hole to grab that one, makes the play at first base, unable to make it at second, though, and Henrik is on at second base now with 1 out. Gene Woodling now and takes a ball, and there's a strike in on the outside corner, 1-1 now the count on him, and that one's under Woodling's chin, 2-1. And that one is outside, but Woodling chases it for a strike, and there's strike 3 called. Called strike 3, and Gene just goes and sits down, and I don't think he saw that one very well, did he? Here comes Jerry Coleman now with 2 outs, and there's a little ground ball to Juice at short, and he makes the play, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. Nothing happening for the Yankees in the bottom of the 8th inning, and it's 2-1 now going to the top of the 9th inning. And let's see if Alley can hold on. Ferris Fain now takes a strike. There's a little ground ball down to a Coleman at second base, and he makes the 1st out. Here comes Wally Moses now. That one's hit to right field, and Hank Bauer's got it, and they're 2 away. And here comes Hank Majeski, 2-1. This is a very tense ball game. All up to Hank as he takes a strike, and he's jammed, but floats that one up the middle for a base hit. So with 2 outs here in the bottom, or in the top rather of the 9th inning, in a 2-1 ball game, the Athletics have Nellie Fox coming up. Nellie Fox, of course, the young rookie here in 1949. Nellie Fox is coming up with Hank Majeski on first base and 2 outs. And this is the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it's all about, and we will see if Allie Reynolds is able to get the kid out or not. Actually, what we'll see here is if the computer manager pinch hits for Fox or not. And they do not pinch in for him. Instead, they send in Mike Guerra, the catcher, in to run at first base for Majeski. Guerra may be a catcher, but he's a good runner and has the ability to steal. We're going to have to keep an eye on him here. Here comes Fox up to the plate. Reynolds misses with the ball. Ball 1. He's been missing all over the place. Ball 2 now on Fox. We're going to throw to first, and nothing doing there. And Fox takes high and outside for ball 3, and I'm worried about this. And that one is outside, but at the knees for a strike called. And you got to wonder about that outside strike call. 3-1 now the pitch on Nelly, and that one's hit to Brown at third base, and it goes through him for a base hit. And boy, there's something cooking here now for the Athletics. They got 2 runners on with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning, 2-1 ball game. And the question to ask is, what do you do now? Do you keep Allie Reynolds in this ball game, or do you take him out? And I would love to know what you would do in this situation. Leave me a comment if you've got a minute, and let me know what you would be thinking if you were faced with this. Well, I'll give you a look here at the bullpen, and unfortunately for the Yankees, there's not too much to choose from. We could always go for Wally Hood, who in real life pitched 2.1 innings in 2 games. 23-year-old kid. I mean, we could put him in. Take out Allie Reynolds to put him in. I'm not quite sure if I want to make that sort of move. What I think you would naturally do in real life is you probably go for Spec Shea, but then you got to deal with his ERA, which is a little bit higher than we like, and the fact that he also pitched only 2 innings, or he's pitched 2 innings, I'm sorry, so far for us in real life. Only 52 innings in real life. I'm not sure exactly what you do in this situation, but we're going to stick with Allie. We'll stick with him through thick and thin. Joe Astroth now takes a strike. Thankfully, Allie's able to get that ball over the plate. And it is a ground ball off the glove of Brown, who's having a heck of a game there at third base. And here comes Mike Guerra around, potentially to score. Gene Woodling with the ball, and here comes the throw. And he's out of the plate. My goodness. Out of the plate, and that ends it. Gene Woodling with the play covering up for Bobby Brown, who's had the ball go past him all over the place at third base today, and he gets his man to the plate. Mike Guerra, the pinch runner, is thrown out of the plate at the end of the game. Yankees win this one 2-1. 3 hits for the Yankees with 1 error, 5 hits for the Athletics also with 1 error. And I'll give you a quick glance here at the box score. What an incredible game this one was. Not exactly the best of pitching from the pitchers. Reynolds with 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, and Kellner with 5 walks, 3 strikeouts. But they're able to keep that ball in the ballpark here today for the most part, with the one exception that home run by Hank Bauer proves to be the difference in this game. Well, I sure hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed this game immensely. If you like that, hit the like button there for me. Leave me a comment. Let me know where you're at, what you're doing. As I said before, I figure most of you are probably eating lunch and want something to do while you relax and eat your lunch. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you want to see anything different, anything change, or whatever. And I'll do my best for you. And subscribe for more of these, because we're going to have one of these every single day. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.